Hi everyone, welcome to Château La Gaffelière. We are tasting three wines today. Good to be back in Saint-Émilion appellation, just down the road from the town, Saint-Émilion. And we're lucky enough to be joined by the director of Château La Gaffelière, Thomas Sub.
Yes.
Thank you for having me today.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, so a little bit of history about this family, because very popular family, well-known family here in Saint-Émilion and Bordeaux.
It's the family Mallet-Roquefort, and it's maybe the oldest family in Saint-Émilion because they settled down here in La Gaffelière in 1705. So it's more than 300 years.
Oh.
So it's a ninth generation now.
Yeah.
So it's quite incredible.
And also the chateau is quite incredible too, Château La Gaffelière.
Yeah. So La Gaffelière is well known, of course, and the situation is quite incredible because we are between Ozone, Pavie-Maquin, Bel-Air-Monange, and so on. So the soils are incredible. We come back in La Gaffelière, so we are just near the city. Huh?
Yeah, beautiful spot here.
Yeah.
You can see Château Ozone just on the hill there.
Yeah,
and the vines are stretched all the way to the town.
most of the property is on the hills, here, which is essentially one side is on the clay, and one side is more with limestone. So that's why we can do some blend with limestone side and clay side.
Yeah.
The family have the philosophy to produce wine very elegant. When people taste La Gaffelière and say, "Oh, it's very fine, it's very elegant," we have won.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's
Yeah, great.
That's the most important thing for us.
So we're tasting a 2016 Clos La Gaffelière. So 2016, I think everyone knows now. It's a great year.
Yeah.
In Bordeaux.
Yeah.
And especially in Saint-Émilion. How was it here in La Gaffelière 2016?
Almost perfect,
Yeah.
We have the Merlot with a very good maturity, Cabernet Franc which were fantastic, and we do the harvest mid of October, so they have the time to have a good maturity. So really, 16 is really cool. And Clos La Gaffelière in 2016. So it's composed essentially from Merlot. It's 90% of Merlot and 10% of Cab Franc, essentially coming from the foothills, essentially clay.
Okay. It's real sweetness there. I love it.
So, and what you can say that it's the same philosophy as we explained before, that it's very round, not aggressive wine at all. But in the 16, as the balance is very good, we have a very good acidity. So we have a good freshness in the wine. But for the Clos La Gaffelière, it's better to drink it in the coming 5-6 years on its freshness, because that's the fruit is very interesting,
Yeah.
And you can keep it longer if you want, but it will be totally different. But
I think that's a good point, because normally when you drink a lot of the Bordeaux wines quite young, you still got a lot of the fruit, and over time the fruit kind of disappears and you get other kind of aromas and flavors,
exactly.
like earthy kind of aromas.
So the best way to taste this kind of wine is to open it maybe a little bit 30-35 minutes before, for the aromas to arrive, and after it's okay, and with a good temperature also, in order to keep this freshness. And this kind of wine, very fruity, very approachable, very smooth. People from San Francisco to Tokyo, they love this kind of wine. It's not necessary to be a specialist to appreciate it.
That was superb. Thank you very much for that.
It's
very
a
well
pleasure.
explained.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone enjoyed that. So cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.